Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're just outside of Tucson and we were staying in the Ironwood Forest. I really enjoyed the time that we spent out here, but we got to get back on the road, getting off to some adventures, and there's a few things we need to do in the meantime. So today you're coming along with me as I go for a laundry run, but it's not going to be a regular laundry run. I'm going to show you where I'm doing my laundry, sure, but at the same time, Riley and I have something up our sleeves for you, so just prepare. That's right, we're still traveling together. In fact, you can see her right behind me back there. We are caravanning to the laundry, and well, I'll talk to you a little bit more once we get there. Okay guys, we made it, and they have some big washers here, so maybe I can do all my laundry at once, which would be epic. Riley, are you ready to do the laundries?
So ready. It's been like
a while.
3, 4, oh my gosh, almost a month of me re-wearing the same clothes over and over.
Yeah. And there's some other things in the parking lot also that we might check out in a minute. So maybe we'll go to that thrift store. Okay, so we're going to handle this and then we'll get to some of the weird things in just a minute. Oh, there's some weird things. Okay, now that my laundry's in, let's ask Riley the first question. Hang on, let me go find her. There she is. I'm getting her blind right now though, so let her move. Hang on. Oh, poor Riley. Okay, so Riley,
yeah.
Laundry day is always a big day. What kind of soap do you use?
I use similar to you do, but this is just the All brand. I don't know, it was cheaper wherever I bought it from.
Okay, do you like the pods?
I do like the pods, it's just easier. I guess it kind of sucks that I hear that these are like, what, more waste or something, or like bad for you? I don't know. It's just easier when you're a van lifer. Like, I'd rather carry this.
Absolutely. Have you tried the sheets before?
No, actually. So when this runs out, I'm actually going to invest in the eco-friendly sheets because that will make me feel better.
Nice. And then how do you keep your laundry in your van?
Well,
This thing,
but it kind of also, like, it's both very useful. I got this for like $1 at probably like a dollar store or something, but it's both very useful and also like takes up a lot of space in my car, I think.
I get that.
Yeah, but before I just had like a bag, you know, like
I have kind of.
Yeah. And I don't know, like this is easier. Just depends.
There it is, guys. That's how Riley does laundry. I know you guys have been asking lots of interesting questions, so now that we know Riley's solution, let me show you mine. Of course, you guys already saw I have the big canvas laundry bag, and anytime that I do my laundry, I just throw it in so I can wash it too, so that whenever I pull my clothes out, I have a fresh bag to put them in, and then that means I don't have to put them away immediately, which is really nice. But the method for which I do my laundry is these little pots. I use the Tide pods just because it works out better for me personally. I have super sensitive skin, and I've tried a lot of different laundry detergents, including the eco ones, and they always make me break out into almost hives. So this is the only brand that for some reason does not do that. So because of that, I have to use a Tide product. Now I've tried to use the Tide that comes in the pods. I've tried to use the Tide that is the liquid. I've tried to use the Tide that is also like the detergent, the traditional old detergent. This seems to be the best for me in managing not only my cleanliness of clothing, but also my skin not hating me. You know, a lot of times whenever we're out and about, there's a lot of different people who say a lot of different things about a lot of different products. And I think one of the things that I've learned over time is even if those products are more environmentally friendly, sometimes they aren't as skin friendly for me personally. And it makes me feel sad that I do create a little bit more waste, but at the same time, it's all I can do to not be itchy. And it is kind of what it is. Now, I found out that I had this skin irritation and this sensitivity a few years back. I had purchased this really cute sweater and I was wearing it to a work event, and I washed it before I wore it, as you're supposed to do. And while I was at the work event, I just started all over my body, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. And I thought, well, maybe I ate something, and that wasn't the case. And I thought, well, maybe it's this, and that wasn't the case. And I went to a doctor, and they asked me if I'd changed my deodorant or my fabric softener, and that happened to be the case. My actual soap that I was using on my clothes was just making me highly sensitive. So I tried a different one. same thing happened. I tried a different one, the same thing happened, and the only one that didn't do it was Tide. Now, I didn't have this sensitivity through the vast majority of my life. It happened to me in adulthood. It just goes to show that as we get older, our skin changes and things change, so we gotta have to go with it, and sometimes that's just not super convenient. But for now, let's go inside and see a little bit more of this. Now, this laundromat actually does have free Wi-Fi, which is super cool for nomads. They have nice long hours, so that's pretty nice also. But the space itself is pretty expansive. So even though there's a lot of people here, it's not bad. And it appears that Riley has found a restroom here too, so that's also super handy, but there's a couple other things too. Lots of different kinds of soaps. They also have some menus and fun things up here for some of the local establishments. And sodas, just in case you're gonna be here for a little bit. Okay, so while we're at the laundromat, Riley is doing what?
I am refilling the prescription right now.
You make the most of every minute that you have, guys. So that way, whenever you're on the road, you don't have to worry about these kinds of things during lunch. So that's what we're doing, is getting all of our stuff done so that we can be ready to hit the road, not have Wi-Fi for a few days, not have to worry about laundry, and definitely not have to worry about the meds that she needs. Yeah. Okay guys, while our stuff's in the dryer, we're gonna go to the Great Things thrift store for a few minutes because it's literally just a few feet away. So we're good. I understand some of you might not feel comfortable walking away from the laundromat. It's okay. We're just gonna be in here for a minute. Guys, I love this. It's so cute. I may have to get this. Okay guys, I found a new really cute dress and then also like a little jacket. Again, we're planning on going to Vegas, so I'm just trying to get a few things that look nice for whenever we go out to like the really nice places, because Vegas is very fancy. And I don't have all of that with me on the road. It's all back at base camp because I wasn't anticipating this. So $12 just got us a full outfit. Now I just need accessories. Okay guys, my clothes are dry, but I have to find the bag in here. This is hard. I have so many colored clothes that are gray, like the bag now. Okay, for the time being, I put my laundry right back here because there's already a place for it, and I'm gonna sort it when I get to camp. Now, because of the way that I organize my clothes, I put them in a variety of different places so that it helps me to stay more organized. For example, my pajamas stay in my pillowcases, and then my shirts have their own spot that I can fold them into. Same thing for my pants and then my unmentionables. Then I have a few things on the roof right now that are just extra things that I bring with me so that I can have a little bit more convenience with staying cozy. So I have some extra tracksuits that have to go up there. So rather than doing all of this at an already very crowded now laundromat, I decided I would just take it out to camp and do it at my own leisurely pace. Now, Riley is going ahead and folding her stuff while she's here. So she's still inside, but she's almost finished. And then we're going to find food, I think, because we're both hungry. And I owe 40 bucks to Riley right now because this was a cash store and she gave me a 20 so I could get $20 in quarters. I didn't use all of it. The washing machine was $8.75. With that said, I know that's a little high, but I was able to wash this entire thing of clothes in one load. And if I would have done this in separate loads, it would have, one, taken longer, and two, ended up costing the same, if not more. So the big nice washers, even though it hurts a little bit to put all those quarters in, it's definitely worth it when you do. There's Riley, she's going to her car. Now the other 20 bucks came because I bought something at the thrift shop and their credit card machine was down. So Riley had a little bit of cash. I didn't have any in my wallet. So I'm just gonna Venmo her 40 bucks or pay for her meal or do something that equates to $40. The nice thing about traveling with friends is you do have that backup. And if you have CashApp or Venmo, you can sit there and just like exchange your money back and forth. So it makes it easier. We also sometimes do this when we can't split a check. We'll just figure out how much it is and then send each other the money. We do that sometimes when we're paying for a campsite. I'll get it one night, she'll get it one night, or I'll get it the whole time and she'll pay for part of it. You know, it just works out in the wash whenever we do that. And it helps us also to keep up with the notes of what it was for, so we know exactly what it was at the end of the day. Now also guys, I'm still working on my budget video, but I will be sharing with you 1 month worth of budget. It's not going to be the most typical budget though. It was me driving from Texas all the way here, and then also all the things that we've done along the way. There are a few extra things that I've done that normally I wouldn't do, and there's a few things that I normally would do that I didn't do, so I'll explain all that when I break it down. But as of now, I have all the receipts right here. And all I have to do is sort through them and then add the ones that are actually in my wallet, and then that video will be out super soon. But for the time being, it's time to buckle up and head on down the road. Of course, we need to get our walkie going because this is how we communicate. And let's turn it on and see what's going on with Miss Riley. Riley. Oops, wait, my bad. Big Papa, Death Diamond ready to go. For those of you who haven't picked up on it, we have code names. It just keeps us a little safer on the road instead of using our actual names. Everyone in our group has one. Some of our people haven't traveled with us and they don't know they have one, but they definitely have one. Okay, we couldn't help ourselves. Chili's is the jam for today. So hungry. Are you hungry?
I am. We have D to thank for lunch today.
Yes, thank you, D. Thank you, D. Clearly, I forgot to show you guys our food, but it was really good. Well, this day took a turn. Everything was going great. Everything was perfect. I was coming to this Starbucks, which, let me show you. This one right here, we were hoping this would be a good one. There's lots of space here, but it's completely full, but that's not what the issue is. I heard something as I pulled in go boom, and I had no idea what it was. I went to the back to go get my laptop, and my shelf was completely tipped over. So I've been riding with this shelf for quite a while, and it's been absolutely fine. But the reinforcement strap that was put on there, that metal thing, it finally had just had enough, and so it snapped, and whenever it did, the shelf just leaned over onto my bed. Nothing is broken as of right now. I gotta go back up to camp to fix this. There's nothing else that I can do with this day until that is fixed. And that's just part of the journey sometimes. It starts out good, everything is fine, and then this happens. So on a day that typically would be just like a really chill, hey, we're gonna do laundry, we're gonna work, I'm gonna find some cute things, now we have a project. Now I'm gonna do that project on a different video so you can see what happens and stuff like that, but wow. I feel kind of defeated right now. It doesn't look like it because I'm very optimistic. I always smile. That doesn't mean that I don't get defeated sometimes. Normal things also bother me. I think that a lot of times when you guys are out there watching and you think that everything just looks like roses and sunshine because of the way that we share things. But I definitely like to include the things that don't go as planned either. So with that said, I'm going to take a very slow trip back to camp. Now, I'm not worried about the highway parts. They're pretty even. They're pretty good with going. But the road into camp is not. So I may hear another boom before we get there. And it's just how it is. Some days you are the dog. Some days you are the hydrant. Today I started off as the dog and somehow magically became the hydrant. That's van life. Oh, behind this curtain, it's making some loud noises every time I have to turn now. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, okay, we did a turn successfully. I'm starting to realize that turning is gonna be hard. I can also only think about all the things that are on the shelf right now. There's so many things on that shelf. The straight parts aren't bad. The straight parts are not bad. Okay, we can do this, guys. We can do this. Good news is we're going in the right direction. Oh, we only have, according to this, 27 miles to where our camp is. That's gonna be a long 27 miles. Like a super long one. Super long. Because every time I hear that boom, it just makes my whole stomach like drop. And I'm not being like extra or anything. Like everything on that shelf. Oh, there's so many things on that shelf. At the same time, I have a lot of safety measures so they don't fall out even if the shelf falls. So far, so good. But I'll check with you guys in a few minutes when we get closer. Okay, we made it back to camp and now I'm gonna assess the damage. Oh no. days like today are kind of hard. And again, I'm going to show you what happens with this whole project on the next video. But for right now, I'm just going to show you around the beautiful camp. It's nice here, it's pleasant, and this is going to be a good place to do a project at least. Whenever you're on the road, a lot of times it isn't as convenient to do projects, so you're going to end up in a nice big open space like this, or sometimes you might even be in a parking lot. Either way, you have to be able to adapt and move through things and not lose it as you go. I just had to drive like 20 some odd miles to get back here, and the entire time I was just on pins and needles hoping for the best. But at the same time, I knew that ultimately this is something that I can fix, so there's no need to like lose my mind about it. Doesn't make it feel any better though.